The man in the house is Nolan, folks. Give it up.
I am honored, Mario and Carl, to be asked to do the first remote and to get a chance to be here to talk about a lot of Flyer stuff, whatever you folks want and these guys want. And certainly have a little background, so seen a few games, and I do appreciate it.
So we've got GM in the house, Dan, and manager Matt, that put this all together for us.
I think half of Matt's family is here, by the way.
Well, thank you, half of Matt's family. And for the guys out there in the big room, we've taken over the bar and the restaurant back here in the Four Seasons room.
Exactly right.
So come on back, Sierra's Tendon Bar. Take care of her. Take care of the folks out front as well. So with all that, and we got specials too.
Yes,
so
we do.
I mean, there's a ton of specials. Dan asked me to go over them, but I'm not sure. That's a lot of specials.
So we're doing some giveaways today, right?
We got a ton of giveaways.
Okay, so you want to do that first? Explain them, or you want to just get right to it?
Or just send them to Sue.
Okay, yeah. So we got some giveaways. This is one of them. Clark jersey signed. I believe everybody got a ticket when they came in. If you did not, see Sue. And we'll pull one by the end of the show. Actually, we'll have Lou do it. We'll give that away. We're going to do
One on Facebook
too.
One here in the restaurant.
All right. So that's it. Let's get the show started.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody for coming out. And Lou, I guess the opening question is how the Flyers going to do this year?
So Glenn Macdow said to a coach one time, so how's the team? We can talk about a question. I think the Flyers will be much improved this year. I think that with the new GM there, who doesn't have any allegiance to anyone, I guess, wants to put his own imprint on things, that the team will do well. I can assure you we will not have 8 goalies.
Yeah, that's a major problem.
Yeah, if you have 3 goalies, it's too many. As we all know, those of us that know hockey, but when you have 8 of them, it's a real problem. The defense will be good. They'll probably add a player if what I hear happens. They'll add a defenseman. And you got 1 year older, you got a lot of young guys. They all want to make
Very young. So how about the draft is coming up, and we got moves to make, right?
Sure do. Not only are there moves in the draft, but Cliff Fletcher has said that he is not opposed to dealing the 11th pick. So if the 11th pick could be packaged with a player, perhaps, he could bring in somebody pretty good. If they fit under the salary cap, that's a whole new thing there. The cap is the thing that you have to think about whenever you're making a deal. And I know that Bruce Cooper, who's in the audience, and I were chatting earlier about some of the young guys and what they have from the standpoint of cap hits. And I think we're going to see a lot of young guys if they can make the room for them. You don't just suddenly take all the young guys in and the old guys go away. They got to go somewhere, as you guys well know. So there has to be something done there that can allow them to fit people in. And you can't carry too many. You're limited by collective bargaining on how many you can carry, and you're certainly limited on hard cap. So it's going to be interesting, and it's just really getting going now.
So before the night gets away from us, I'm holding up Lou's book, If These Walls Could Talk. We are selling the book tonight. Lou will be here to sign it after the show. It's $20. You can see Sue over here. Grab a book. It's a great Father's Day present. It's this Sunday, everybody.
That's right.
Let's keep that in mind, okay?
And don't forget your godfathers and your uncles too.
By I'm going for Eggs Benedict on Sunday. My wife just, she said, well, I don't know, maybe 2 eggs side by each with a pair of toast, like Freddie Schroeder used to do.
So we do have a question. Somebody wants to know if Sam Warren's going to play this year.
Well, he's going to play. I'm not sure if he'll be playing here or where he'll be playing, but I think that Sam will make the team and will play here in Philly. Sam's an interesting guy. He's had so many injuries that it's been a challenge for him. And just when he's ready to make the team, he went down a couple of times. I think he might have made the team out of training camp this past year, but he went down with an injury, and it's too bad because he's a mountain. And he likes to play the game hard, the way we like to see it here in Philly because we're used to it. And not only that, but he brings a good shot to the point and moves the puck pretty well. So my answer is, Mario, yes.
There you go, B. Yes, he's going to play.
He has not been healthy. That's been part of the problem.
Big part of the problem, Carl. And, you know, I mean, you have to be able to skate. He's had a problem with his knees. Apparently it's all straightened out and together now. So I like Big Sam. I like him a lot. He's a real interesting guy. There's a lot of him. And he's got a good wit, a good sense of humor, and he'll fit in well with this guy here.
Anybody out there have any questions for Lou? We can send the mic around. We'd be more than happy
We
to
do have the mic.
take it out. Anybody?
So I have a question for you. How has the sport changed in the 47 years that you've been in theater?
Well, I'm an original flyer. I started doing the announcing in 72, 73, right before the first cup. So timing is everything. And the game has changed a lot. Mostly speed. People say, well, you know, how could this team do against the team that won the cups? And I think this team was smoking. I think they were really smoking. Bernie would have his hands full because of the speed of the game and just the way these guys pass the puck. Not to mention the difference in the equipment. The defensemen back in the old days had these little shoulder pads and they didn't block shots the same way that they do now. So big difference there, but generally I think speed is the biggest thing.
So we're trying to get our mic straightened out. We too loud, too quiet, we good?
Well,
that's
nothing
a
we can do
problem.
about it.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Sorry, Facebook.
Sorry, we are in the bar, so people will be talking while we're talking, unfortunately.
So anybody just came in that needs to find out about raffle tickets to give away these Clark jerseys and all these goodies over here on the table, please come up and see Sue for a raffle ticket. We're going to give one away tonight here at the bar, and we're going to give one away on Facebook. So we're going to have some happy campers tonight. So take care of Sierra behind the bar. Sierra, give us a hoot. There you go.
There she is.
There you go.
If I may make a comment about Bob Clark.
Please do.
I met Bob at training camp in Quebec City. He wandered in as the draft pick. It wasn't first round, by the way. Currier was the first round pick. Bob was the second. People were scared off because of diabetes. And we started there. We made a trip there. 7 games in 7 different cities. There was one airplane. And whichever team won would travel first, and the plane would go back and pick up another group of people, and they travel to the next one. We're in the Maritime provinces, places like St. George de Beauce and Halifax, and different places, believe me. And Clarkie hooked up with Louis Morrison and Reggie Fleming. And those guys just put the 3 of them on the map here. Louis Morrison made the team. Clarkie was the best. Reggie Fleming protected the both of them. And it was the Quebec Aces against the Flyers in every city, those 7 cities. And it was a fantastic trip. And the toughest thing in the Maritimes was being able to get a beer after the game because everything closed at 10 o'clock, except where they kept open clubs for us.
Morrison was his teammate in Flin-Flon.
Yeah, Louis Morrison played at Flin-Flon with Clark on his line.
He and Reggie.
And Reggie Leach, too. It's just, boy, oh boy, Reggie Leach. Think about that. But Clark was, without a doubt, the absolute best player ever to put on the orange and black here. And Bernard Marcel Perrot, the best goalie. No question about that either.
Yeah, you can't clear that up.
Oh, yeah. No question. And both guys, great guys who like to have fun and are really, really top-notch NHL players.
So let's dig into the book a little bit.
Okay.
Give us a 1, 2, 3 on the book.
Skinny on the book is this. Sam Carcini came to me. He writes for the Philadelphia Inquirer, covering the Flyers for several years. I know him well. He said, I've gotten somebody from has touched base with me about you writing a book. And I said, oh, wait a minute, I can't even spell things. When he was spell checked, I said things wrong. He said, no, he said, I'll be writing it, and you can just be telling your stories. And I said, well, now we're getting somewhere, Sam. And Drew Chicago gave us some latitude to do some things, and we met over at Sam's house for lunch 6, 8 times, maybe longer than that. And we managed to put together 12 chapters and different stories from the Flyers, including, who were the best players, who were the most fun, things like that. Who were the toughest. I bet you know the Nicholson's on that list, along with Dave Schultz and Homer. But it's a worthwhile read. I had a good time with it. I've read it a couple times myself, and as well as through the edits, and good fun.
Good? Yeah, we're good. We're good?
Yep.
I got a gentleman that I need to recognize that's a Ranger fan.
He may not make it out of here alive.
Well, that's part of the reason.
Sitting over here?
Yeah.
This guy at my table?
Hey, Reds, will you take care of him, please? Thanks, pal.
I knew where to put.
Ranger fans, I know a lot of Rangers people. You've read this league long enough, you know a lot of people from a lot of teams. Most of the players that I knew early on are now running teams. And GMs, presidents, EVPs, and the like. But even people from the Flyers that went to work for the Rangers, they remain good people. They just went to the dark side. And that wasn't really our fault. Opportunity knocks, so you have to take a chance and do that. But, I really enjoyed when we beat the Rangers every time, especially the playoffs there. And I see that Rangers fan tearing over. And what can I tell you? Rangers okay too, but fans are brutal. They're brutal. They won't leave you alone when you're up there.
Hi, Chris.
So, question for you. Other than Stanley Cup finals, what was your most favorite moment with the team?
Well, obviously, as you say, the Stanley Cup Finals games were important, and that one we won here, 1-0. My next favorite game would be our win over the Russians here. We played the Red Army team that was really stacked. I did 2 games against the Russians. I did a game the night before up in Long Island. Lee called me and had me do a game up there with the Wings of the Soviet versus the Islanders. Started off with a person coming down the aisle and throwing a plastic bag full of marbles and red paint on the ice. At which point the fans attacked him, just as we probably would here in Philly, and took care of that guy. And once everything got cleaned up, game was going along, no score until Chico Resch came out to clear a puck, and his goalie stick broke off at the paddle. So all he had was the shaft of the stick, and a fellow by the name of Yakashev, who was their best player, they had to have some good ones, took the puck off him, scored 1-0 Russians. So then Norm Jewison with the NHL and I drive down the turnpike, and we get to the hotel and check in, and next thing you know, we're at the next game against the Russians, and lots of stuff's going on there, lots of stuff. I think that may make one of the chapters in the book.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we didn't allow them to play their own style. Now we hit them every chance we got. Back then I used to work with that glass, which I never knew how stupid that was. But I'd take a puck here, a stick there, or play it over the glass, you know, the boards would hit me, but I never really got hurt. Except for once, right up. And I'll tell you that story later, baby. And so, you know, I was right in on everything. When Eddie Van Impe lowered the boom on Valeri Karmelov, and he went down, he decided to stay down. Lloyd Gilmore, who refed, came over and talked to the fellow who was sitting with me. His name, you remember this name, Aggie Kuklowitz. There's a name.
God bless him.
Yeah. He was with Air Canada, and he traveled with the Russian team, that particular team. He spoke Russian, so he was kind of the interpreter. And he came over, Lloyd Gilmore came over and said, you know, what are we going to do here? You know, and we're talking, and I said, yeah, they're just trying to intimidate you. And he said, yeah. He said, I think they should get a game. So he said, give them a delayed game penalty. So I read that. Now they're really pissed. So they decide that they're going to leave. And they all leave, and everybody went across the other way to see what would happen. And then Ed Snyder came roaring down the hallway. You know, very best day with his head up, veins in his neck popping out, red face. And he could get past any guard he wanted to there. Busted the door open and went into the room. And he came out. He actually went past all the doctors. The doctors were really KGB guys, but he went past all the doctors. They couldn't stop him. And he told them, you don't play here, no money, because they hadn't gotten paid yet. So they changed their mind, and they came out. And after that, I think Joe Watson scored a goal, which he claims he set the Russian program back 10 years with. He'll tell that story every time he gets a chance. And next thing you know, we're winning the game, and it was all good from there, all good. But that was, without a doubt, after the Cup game, my number one. And you know what? I like the alumni game at the Citizens Bank Park with the Rangers. I had a blast. I was downstairs. I did the PA for between the benches. I did interviews up and down the benches for the big board at the vet, or at the Citizens Bank. And my family was there, they enjoyed it, and we just had a blast. And the next game, for the real game, I was upstairs, didn't enjoy it near as much.
10 Hall of Famers in that game, 5 on each team.
10 Hall of Famers, yeah, boy, I'm telling you. It was
So what was it like working with Ed?
Ed Snyder was a guy who would risk everything he had if he believed in something, and he did more than once. Would be firm. I always knew him as Ed because, you know, for the first year I was there, and his kids grew up. I knew his kids, and they were just little shavers running around the rink. So I was called him Ed. And when I'd see him in the hallway, you know, nobody else called him Ed except, not even Bob Clark, he always called him Mr. Snyder. And I would say, hey Ed, he'd say, hi Lou. And then the guards would like look at me like, how the hell do you do that? You know, you have something on. Well, no, he was just that kind of guy. He wanted people to call him Ed, but nobody would. Not afraid to tell what he really thought. There's a story. Let's try this. A story in the book about back when I work without the glass, and I had a direct phone from him. And Bob Meyer was the ref. It was a huge fight. Bench is empty. Myers asked me for a pad of paper. He's writing all this stuff down. You know, I calm it down. He's got all these penalties. He goes over to me and he starts to give me the penalties. My phone rings. I said, yes. He said, Lou, this is Ed. I said, Ed, would you hold on for a second? I put the phone down. I took the penalties from Bob Myers. Got him set to announce, and I picked up the phone. I said, yes, Ed, what can I answer? He said, Lou, he says, there's something you and I got to get straight between us. He said, when I call you, you put the referee on hold.
I remember reading
So,
that.
let you know.
So I have a lot of people online asking who you think's going to win tonight.
I'm rooting for St. Louis. I think they play well on the road. And you know, I love the Chief. He is great. He is great. There's a Chief story. I'm not sure if it's there, but Halloween I always buy nose and glasses to wear during the game. One year I bought about 10 of them at the dollar store, and I gave them out to the NHL officials in the box. And you know, we all put them on, and they took a picture of all of us, which made ESPN, I think. And at one point, Craig Berube got a 5-minute major, so he's sitting in the box, and I hear him call me. He says, Louie. I turn over, I look over, he's got the nose and glasses on, and everybody had on, so he always had a good time. And boy, I got to root for him. What a wonderful guy. You know, he's done so well there. He communicates well. He's a no bullshit guy. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, why not?
He's a no bullshit guy, and they know the players love him because they understand where they stand. There's no second agenda. And I'll probably be home for the second period. My son is at the house. We're gonna watch the game and talk our way through it and have a good time. So I hope by the time I get there, it's a 2-0, 2-0 St. Louis. I'm not sure what happens.
According to Doc, Chief has the record for fighting majors in the NHL of 256.
256 fighting majors for the Chief. Craig Berube. It's amazing with some of the boneheads who have been out there. He's not like that, but wow.
He was very tough. Very, very tough.
There's a tough chapter in here too. He's in there.
Sorry to see him go. You know what I mean?
Wonderful guy. Wonderful
Yeah,
guy.
it just, that's one that should have never got away.
Maybe we got it too early. You know, sometimes it's a learning curve, and maybe he worked in too early in his career of coaching. But you wish him luck going the other way.
Either way, do you think the Blues bring him back?
Yeah, isn't it funny? He's still an interim coach.
Yes.
I think the GM there is working out the deal, but he doesn't want to work it out till he's through this because that becomes a distraction. Doug Armstrong, I think, will have him signing on the dotted line before very long.
Nice.
Yeah.
He deserves it. He deserves it, for sure. For sure.
All right, so for those of you watching, we are at PJ Whelihan's. This is this fan's view. We are in PJ Whelihan's in Newtown Square in the Four Seasons room. And Sierra is your bartender. Do not forget to take care of her. So right now, do we have anybody in the crowd here that has a question? Lauren, put your hand up. And if you have a question, put your hand up. She'll come over and get you.
Got a mic.
Anybody?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All the way around.
Big man.
So, while we're waiting
More
for this.
questions the better.
There you go. I like the shirt. Stand up with
Stand
that
up,
shirt.
Ryan.
Open that shirt up.
Come on, Ryan, you can do it.
My question is for Lou. Will the Flyers make any impact moves in the offseason? Free agent splash.
Say again.
Will the Flyers get any free agent splashes in the offseason?
Free agent? I don't think so, but I think that coming in center they signed Kevin Hayes. They didn't sign him yet, but they would not have made that deal and given away draft choice, so that wasn't a big one, unless they knew that they could sign Kevin. And Kevin is going to be a kick-ass player here. He is huge. He's huge. He's got great hands. I always say he's got a head like Timmy Kerr. You know, they need to make him his own helmet. Just a big man. And,
He played very well under Elaine Vigneault in New York.
Indeed he did, and I think he and Elaine got along real well. Ryan, I don't know if it'll be free agents because they tend to cost a little more. But I think the framework of what they need between what we have here and what can be traded for and what might be in Allentown, young guys, draft picks, I think we're going to assemble something that's going to be pretty exciting, actually. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be good.
With the free agents.
All right, any other questions for Lou? None? We're going to move on. All right, so you got to work a lot with Gene Hart.
I did.
Tell me some thoughts on him.
Gene Hart was a wonderful guy who appreciated hockey from the get-go, way before the Flyers. Appreciated opera. He was a huge opera fan. Used to go to New York to the Met.
Used to go with him.
Yep. Accompanied by Scoop Cooper, who was sitting in front of us here. I think Scoop paid the tolls, knowing Gene. And just a wonderful guy who was a great announcer and put hockey on the map here in Philadelphia. He and the players were the key. He could describe the game, and you felt like you were there. A lot like Doc Everett, but Doc's only doing television, so it's all different. You know, you don't have to put that near circle, far circle, along the boards, although he doesn't. It's different. But Gene was a one of a kind, as is Doc Everett, who's a good friend and one of my favorites. Who incidentally won his 6th National Emmy Award for sports broadcasting. No other NHL broadcaster has won even one. So Doc Emmerich is a treasure, and he was partially ours. We didn't keep long enough, but he was going to get on the national scene. But Gene was great, and he'd fill his car up with the broadcasters and big Cadillac or Lincoln or Town car or something, and go up the turnpike and play opera. And, a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff. But put the Flyers on the map. Incidentally, his wife Sarah was the girl in the diving horse at Steel Pier, and Gene was the announcer at that event. He also did Operama in South Philly. This is where the Eagles have their practice facility now. So, what a guy. And he did the Jersey Devils for a little while too. I flew over there. So, all kinds of good fun with Gene.
Nice, nice. And we have another question from the audience.
Hey Will, it's good to meet you today. Question for you. Obviously, Flyers is your favorite Philly sport. What's your next favorite Philly sport?
I like baseball. I like to watch baseball. And I like to watch our Eagles. I'm not an NFL fan. I don't, in fact, those sports, maybe even hockey. I don't go out of my way to watch all the games because there's so many games and I got so much going. But I won't miss a Flyers game, and I'll try not to miss an Eagles game. And I watch a lot of baseball. And I played soccer, so I do love the Union. Sixers, yeah, it's fun to watch this year. And they gave it a go, so I guess I'm kind of 4 for 4 with as much as I can be. But baseball's number 2. Thank you.
That's my sister, by the way.
Condolences.
And he doesn't even know. So we're about halfway through the show, and I just want to reach out to Dan and Matt again here at PJ Whelihan's Newtown Square and thank them for having us.
I see Dan going around up there. Matt's over here with his family.
We will be back here next month, July 10th, and again, tons of specials.
Yes.
Check out your servers.
It looks like the special tonight is Modelo, $3 drafts all day.
Without tariffs. I had a Guinness, that was really good. I had a Guinness.
So I got a hockey crew down the end of the bar, and he badgers me all the time. And I come on, you're not shy. Come on. Come on. That whole corner down there is not shy.
I won't bite. Come on. Ask me anything.
Come on.
I'll tell you.
Something, anything. Oh, there you go. He's a huge Voracek fan.
When I trade Jake, I love Jake. He is one of the most wonderful guys you would ever meet. And known him for a long time. And would I trade him? I don't know. Not this year. He makes a lot of money. So he's difficult to trade. And he's got a lot of money for a couple of years on a contract. So I think someone would have to eat some of that money in order to move Jake. But he should bring something good. Look what he did in the World Championships. He lit it up, you know. And just a terrific guy. He couldn't be any better.
Jack has that smirk on his face.
I was going to say that it has to be Jack Bruder.
And he's not buying that answer one bit.
Well, that's true. Is there another one from up there?
Anybody? Any
Come on,
questions?
come on, Amy.
There we go.
Come on.
We got one right over here.
How's Bernie doing since the surgery? And what's the chance to get you that meal on his boat for a fishing trip?
Well, and none.
Great question. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Fran.
No, he's doing well. You know, backs are strange things. I know that it wasn't an easy thing for him to be an athlete at that level for as long as he was. You know, you get fouled up and think about the guy that's had back surgeries that he probably would like to pattern himself after would be Tiger Woods, who had spinal fusions and come back to win the Masters. I mean, what more could you ask? But he's doing well. I will see him Friday at the Ed Snyder fishing thing down at Bernie's boat. Bernie's got some guys on his boat. There's some other boats. You can enter boats. It's a Bernie Perrant fishing tournament, I guess, in conjunction with Snyder Hockey. So I'll be with a bunch of kids on a party boat, baiting hooks and pulling flatters off, I hope, and getting holes in my hands. But I enlisted a couple of my friends who know how to do that well who will help me. But we're going to have a good time there. About Bernie's boat, you know what? Bernie doesn't like to fish. He likes to drive the boat. Seriously.
Cooper drives the boat.
He told me that. He said, well, I don't like to fish. I like to drive. So he gets out there and he drives around and people fish on the boat. I answered, no, I don't really know. I would inquire, but I don't really know.
So we have a couple questions from people online. This one's kind of funny. Whose name is the hardest to say in life?
That's easy. Yanni Niederbach. The first few games, I could never get it right. And you gotta do Niederbach. You gotta do it by syllables. And for some reason, I could not do that. Now Gary Thorne, who many of us might know, might not. I know Scoot does. He couldn't do it either. So I felt like he was an ESPN play-by-play guy. So I figured that I'm not the only guy. But I did figure it out finally. But Yanni Niederbach may be the only guy, defenseman, that I can ever recall that turned around with a puck. He was trying to clear the zone and cranked a shot right on goal. One of our guys kicked out. One of the goalies kicked out. One of his pass. I mean, a slap shot, trying to get it around the boards. His calculation.
I'll go. We have another question over here.
Shoot.
Hi, Lou.
Hey.
Eric Lindros had a pretty good career with the Flyers. What's your take on his relationship with them and how he ended things?
Well, I always got along really well with Eric. The only thing that challenge that Eric and I had was that when I'd be on the road with him and he wanted to play Myers poker all the time, if I was sitting with him, he called it bullshit. I would want to pay for $1, he wanted to play for 20. So I didn't play a lot with him. If I could convince him to play for $1, but he would always gamble for that. he would always gamble. But I thought he had a great career here. I thought that the Flyers, you know, when he was here, he came in big, mean, good, and if you mess with him, you got beat up. I think the Flyers changed him. And I think what they did was, they told him we cannot afford to have him in the penalty box for 5-minute penalties. So I think that meant that he wasn't getting quite the room he should have gotten. And he gradually got to that. And then he got nailed along the boards there by that one Russian defenseman that started the concussion stuff. And that was difficult. I forget what that guy's name was. Anybody remember that guy? The defenseman that got Eric along the boards, played for Pittsburgh. No, I don't mean that was late in his career. I mean the first concussion, early. Casparitis. Thank you. For the other end. See, you guys got some stuff going. Darius Casparitis got him with his head down, and that started the challenges. And but boy, when they put him with Redberg, and they got Johnny LeClaire came in here. You know, John came in with one of the greatest defensemen I've ever played, Eric Desjardins. Right-handed defenseman who always keep the puck in the point. And he just always. They were awesome. They were awesome. And then the challenge was everybody thought his father was the problem. His agent wasn't the problem. It was his mother. Mrs. Lindros.
And his father, too.
Yeah, well, he made the phone calls. Bonnie, yeah, you know, how can you play Eric with this guy, and how can you do this? The general manager was never used to getting a call from a parent and questioning what his coach is doing and what he's doing. So, but I like Eric to this day. Great guy. He was back here for alumni games. He came back and retired his number. And it was great. We smuggled him into the middle of the ice and dropped the curtain around him. Sensation.
That was a great night. That was a great night.
Great guy, great player.
So we have another question.
We got a question now.
All right, we'll do that.
Right there.
Go ahead.
Right there. Come on. You can do it.
Let's go, B.
Yes, B.
Flyers.
Try it again, Dave.
Lou, what is your favorite Flyers memory? What is your favorite Flyers memory?
Well, it's very tough for me to not think about the last minute of play in the third period on May 19th of 1974. Unbelievable. You know, I said to myself, you know, we only were ahead by 1-0. So I said, okay. Do I say last minute play till the Stanley Cup? Only my second year of announcing? Not a good idea. They scored 2, I'm out. For sure. But I can remember it, and Orr was in the box, Bobby Orr. You know, he got that penalty, and he was really pissed. And I realized that, you know, we got a shot at this. And it was really great because, you know, back in those days, there weren't any white gloves, and wasn't all that baloney with the cup, you know, came from the box. And, you know, you got awarded the cup, and that was it. I worked at a bank, PSFS, management, and I told my boss I was taking the day off if we won. And we won, so I took the day off to be in the parade. And he got me the next day, it's the day after the parade, he said, "Where were you?" I said, "You kidding me? I'll tell you where it was. Going up Broad Street in a great parade." But I actually took the cup into the bank. This was pre all the players having their day, I guess. I don't know. But I knew the guy that watched after it. We were down for pictures at Independence Hall, back when it was still in the tower. And Liberty Bell, Stanley Cup, but I was along and I took one. And I said to this guy, Lefty Reed, wonderful guy. I said, "See those letters in that building up there, PSFS?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I work up there." I said, "Boy, you want to see some of the girls up there." He said, "Really? You want to go?" I said, "Lefty was a horn toad, don't question." I said, "Sure, can we take the cup?" He said, "Absolutely." So I walked into the lobby of the bank with the Stanley Cup. 2 days after, actually 3 days after we won it. So needless to say, a lot was happening. And a good thing. A good thing.
So I have a question from somebody online, and I'll try to put this in a different term. Which flyer was the most difficult to work with?
Which flyer was most difficult to work with? That's easy. We got along with most of the guys really well. Rick McLeaf was very quiet at first and didn't say much. Then later on in his career would open up, and once he was retired, I'd see him down the sea aisle across the bar, and he'd be yelling, "Hey Louie, hey Louie!" You know, I was happy to see me. But the guy that I really did not like was Ilya Brizgalov. Wow. And the reason I don't like Briz, are you here?
Buy the book. Buy the book.
Yeah, buy the book.
Yeah. Okay, so I shouldn't tell this.
No.
Yeah, you can tell.
He threw me under the bus on live TV a couple times, and was not good. So it's in the book. I don't want to hold anything back, but
So here's a good one.
okay.
Who on the Flyers did the craziest thing with the cup?
Well, it was. How about took it to the bank? No, I know it was in a few pools.
Filled it with coins.
No, shrimp dip with shrimp hanging around the whole. So just think about it. You know, when it comes time, you enter the room to have have an hors d'oeuvre, and the friggin' cup has a shrimp dip in it, run with shrimp, and they were not small shrimp. It's liver shrimp, as I can recall. They were always large. And that was the craziest thing I knew about, although they're probably wrong with us. Nice.
So with the day in sports, with the money that these athletes are being paid, not so much in hockey, but baseball, football, basketball, what's your thoughts?
First of all, the hockey players aren't doing too bad. All of us should have that problem. But I do understand your question. I didn't mean to be smart. Give you a smart answer. I think it's a product of national television contracts. The other sports have huge TV contracts. The biggest one, NFL, that's a cash machine. I thought years ago when the current ownership bought the team from Bremen for $148 million, I think it was. I said, they're crazy. Why would you pay that for the Eagles? Now it's worth $1 billion, and they've been making money all along and bringing it in hand and fist. They're just smart people. The NBA has a great contract, especially with cable. Every game is on. They have their own network. Baseball has a huge contract. And, you know, the NHL, as the Big Four, is coming along, but doesn't have the kind of clout. Mainly because you can throw a football around, and anywhere in Texas, you can have a high school team that plays football, and football is the big game. You can play basketball if you got a pair of sneaks and a couple of hoops, and you can relate to the NBA. You can certainly play baseball. I think less and less children are doing it now, but you can certainly play baseball. Although it's very over-organized now. You've got to drive your kids to baseball. Back when I played, it just went and played. But to play hockey, you got to have ice. You got to have boards, which are a good idea. You got to have equipment. Skates are a ton of money. You got to have all the pads. God's sakes, I think if your son wants to be a goalie, you're really in trouble. You need a home equity loan. The pads as they grow up, and there's ice time. So if you do not go to a game in person and fall in love with that game somehow, I fully believe that you miss out. Those of you here that are hockey fans, you know. But somebody in Plano, Texas might not know. You might not have the opportunity to see a game, but might not become a hockey fan. With the current broadcasting, with guys like Mike Emmerich, doing the job with our friend Brian Boucher, who has jumped up the ladder tremendously as the person explains it. You know, it just comes alive when they can do between the glass. And that, I think, is the skinny on the dollars. I mean, I just think it's not there. Will it ever be? Hard to say. But they're doing, some of those guys doing pretty well.
So baseball being your second favorite sport, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So Phillies baseball, where are we heading?
We're heading in the right direction, but we're only heading as far as the pitching is going to take us. I think the hitters, God bless Segura, the hitters will take us where we need to be. And I think Harper will do okay once he gets it together. I don't know what it means to have the pressure of a $300 million contract, although I'd like to.
He's got the night off.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Is he out here? Bryce,
He declined.
buy everybody a beer. And, and the Scooter who had, you had out the store the other day for autographs is coming to his own. And what's that nickname of him?
Jetpacks.
Jetpacks.
Smelly jetpacks.
Man, what a player. And he plays everywhere. They someone got into a spot.
Yeah.
Just think. But he's hitting the ball hard. I don't know what they're going to do at third base. Bring somebody up, I guess. This guy's third base, I can't figure it out. The old center fielder, Herrera, I think he's done here. Catcher is terrific. Best catcher in baseball.
Yeah.
I think that a lot has been done to assemble the right parts in baseball. And I think they're good. However, I think that the starting pitching is not there. And with 5 bullpen players hurt, I guess it's 5, 4, 5?
7.
7. Oh, God, it's worse.
Who's counting? Yeah, who's counting?
Just think, I mean, who do you go to? And it's amazing. And, can 30, 35 minutes in the start of the game disrupt the pitcher's routine so much that his balls are going to be so flat that the first 3 guys are going to hit home runs. First pitch, right? So there's got to be something to that.
Absolutely.
Routines. But I like the Phillies. I'll watch them. I like the fact that you can go away from the game for an inning or two, go back, and we'll catch up.
That takes long, right?
Yeah, but I like to do the hockey. There's just too much going.
So as we're winding down here, I just want to make sure everybody got a raffle ticket, because Mr. Lou is going to pick a winner of a Bob Clark jersey, and we're going to have a winner in the house, in this room, in the big restaurant. Either way, doesn't matter.
Very cool.
Need to come up and see Sue, because we're coming down to the 10-minute.
Sue, raise your hand.
Wake up. There you go. There's Sue. There's Sue.
Bring to the outfit, man.
The brains behind all this. No? No. Just buy her a beer. Just buy her a beer.
All right, since we talked baseball, let's move to football.
No. Who's not a football guy?
No?
How about the parade? Did you go to the parade?
No. Too many people. If I'm not in it, I don't want to go to it.
Wait, there was a million back in 74.
I was in business, so you gotta stand there and they go by and say, "Is it over?" It's over. Unless you have to be standing there and listen to all the guys have something to say. But Jason Kelsey, yeah,
How about that speech?
he's amazing. And great guy. I signed autographs with him once, not far from here, and I got to know him. And what a piece of cake, boy. He's a wonderful guy.
You're being polite, right?
Oh, great guy. What was the football question?
Football, I just wanted to know what you thought of the West extension.
I think it's good. I think that they feel they tied him up for a reasonable amount of money before he's allowed himself to get better than everybody, and will command even more money. I don't know, when he gets above $1 million, I kind of lose track.
Yeah.
I can't figure that stuff out. But he likes the deal. He's a happy guy. He loves Philly, according to what he says. Philly certainly loves him. I love the guy. He's just so much better than what we had in the past. Although in the Super Bowl and to the Super Bowl, we did pretty good there. You know, as a replacement for him. But man, I think he made a smart idea.
Me too.
So, excuse me for reaching. So we're gonna pull some raffle tickets and make y'all some winners out there. So the first one is a Baseball Hall of Fame, 4 tickets, and a Roy Halladay Hall of Fame hat. So, Lou, I'm gonna put it in front of you there.
Okay, it's a tan.
Looks like it says Ryan Gale. Oh, Ryan Gale. There you go. That's our boy.
We got a winner.
We got a winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Here we
got
go.
a lottery ticket.
Here we go.
All right.
The next is an awesome R. Phil's gift basket donated by Anthony Pignetti and the Reading Fighting Phils, who were a big sponsorship with. They're awesome people.
Right, you want this one too?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You are the man of the hour.
Pick 'em up.
Okay, so this one doesn't have a name on it.
Tickets, a number.
We're going to read the number. It is 247355.
Oh, I heard no.
247.
Is that Belinda?
55.
Ah, Belinda.
Make sure, make sure. You got it?
All right.
Please step forward and we'll verify.
We got fancy on this one. So I guess we ran out of baskets, not in the budget. Oh. All right, Lou, there's 2. 3, sorry. 3.
You got one.
We got 4 Philadelphia Union tickets plus parking for the July 6th game.
All right.
Here we go.
And
Another number?
another number. And the number 2. Good thing I can read. 247193.
I heard a high
I don't know. It's, is that nepotism?
Nepotism at its best.
This is the one.
She bought it, she bought it. We'll pass that through if you want.
Nah, it's my mom.
Yeah, I think it's
This one's pretty full. Need I say who
Okay,
it is?
wonder why?
Who it is? There you go, buddy.
The best player ever to put in the orange and black. Our captain, Bob Clark. Autographed jersey. Which one?
Either one.
Either one.
Either one. Man, this is a keepsake.
All
The
right.
winner is. There you go.
Okay. The winner is 247269. Who got it? Ah, there we go. No, it's the one next to the Rangers fan.
So the Rangers bleed on the Udall. Rangers didn't bleed on. Okay. Wow, great sweater. Great sweater.
So he's the section manager at State Farm, so we gotta behave. I don't know what the hell that means, but okay.
That means it's Sue's boss.
So here we go. So we were giving away one on Facebook, one in the bar.
Right.
We have upped the party. We're giving a second one away in the bar tonight.
All right.
Oh.
Hold your ticket. Here we go.
All right.
Another number. Another number.
All right. 247359. Ah, Winneficos.
So to our Facebook people out there, we will draw a name tomorrow, and we will give another Clark jersey away tomorrow to our Facebook
right.
people. We will have that winner to announce tomorrow. This is an awesome crowd.
It is an awesome crowd. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we have. We will be back
July 10th.
July 10th.
And I'm going to let Lou, because I let him in on a little secret
Right.
prior to the show, who the guest would be.
Yeah, right.
Well, first off, I would say that the guest has mentioned in my book a couple of times, 2, 3, 4, 5, one of the greatest wingers in Flyers history. And by the way, I don't know what's left in books, but a lot of these stories and the other things are in there. Good Father's Day present. Get them while they last.
Great Father's Day present. Come on, I need y'all
By
to
the way,
step up, okay?
I
Let's
need
go.
to get one because mine got lost.
You better get out there now. You know him as number 26, the Guffaw. Mr. Brian Propp will be here. And he is a Flyers Hall of Famer, Proppy. And he is a good man, always on the ball.
So we got a couple minutes left.
We do.
You want to do one more story?
Well, we can't acknowledge these folks here at PJ Whelihan's enough for having us.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, this is, they gave us the opportunity. Hopefully we provide a little bit of fun. Y'all came out and, ate, drank. Hopefully you're not going anywhere.
Don't forget, Quizzo,
Dan's
8:30.
out there. Dan, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Matt's over here.
My fellow Guma out
Matt's
there.
over here.
Hey,
Matt's
got
down
Matt
there.
Walsh over here,
Matt's back
too.
there. I'm sorry. Those two
those two guys.
made this happen, and I'm honored to be part of all of this with Mario, with Lou as our first guest tonight.
Absolutely.
I hope you had a lot of fun. We sure did. Do we have time for another story?
Sure.
You got it. I got it. Lou's got it.
Lou's got the story.
I got no stories.
All right, well, my story would be in the construction of this book, I guess, since you're looking at it. And to thank Sam Carcini, who incidentally has put together a book with Wayne Fish about the greatest 50 for the Flyers. I'm not sure when it's coming out. I think it's on Amazon now for pre-orders. But I think I've got a chapter in it. And, it's just it was so great putting it together. But, what we really need here is we need a round of applause for these two guys, Mario and Carl.
That's all you.
To put this all together. If you have not been to Carl's Cards, I happen to love that place. He knows.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
just wander in to say hello and buy puck protectors for the bloodstream, which is growing. But, I want to just thank these guys for having me out here and thank all of you for your patience. And,
Thank you, Lou.
So we're finishing up here again. I want to thank everybody. Sierra,
Yeah.
take care of Sierra. Take care of your waitresses, your bartenders, everybody in this establishment. We outfitted them with some T-shirts, and those that we missed we'll get next month. I want to thank John O'Brien, who's a huge
Yes.
part in helping me and Mario put a lot of this together. Lauren's out there. She does a lot of behind the scenes work. My wife Sue, she's just along for the beer.
She's just here for the beer?
She's just here for the beer.
Oh my God. Seriously, we would really want to thank you guys for coming out. It's our first time here. First time doing it live in front of people. We had a good time. Thanks, Lou. Thanks, Carl, for having me.
Who's going to send us off?
So,
with Mario and Carl, I'm Nolan. Have a safe trip home.